Court order records are not easy to find online, and different counties may have called them different things. Court was usually held once a month, and someone recorded what was done in court. These are the notes of what happened in court for that month. Let's take a look at the court order records for Barren County, Kentucky. Alright, in this video I am going to show you court order records. The only place I've actually found them online is in Barren County, Kentucky. So I'm going to use those as an example. I'm sure every county has them. They just aren't online. At least I haven't seen them in any other counties. But I didn't know what they were. For years I saw them, but I didn't really know what they were. So I took a look at them, and we're going to go over that. So I went to search, and then to catalog, and then I typed in Barren County, Kentucky. And I did online, and I came to the probate records. And we see down here, order book, 1799 to 1903. So let's look at this first one. Give you a glimpse of what they recorded. No index on these. I doubt they're going to be indexed because so many different things happened. So this one, you can see it's very hard to read, but you can see that this was July court of 1799. So they held court, I think usually every month. And then they were recording the notes of what happened. So this one, it looks like a Moses Doseby or Dosley. Just something the justice named as commissioner, something, I don't know. I didn't look real closely at this, but I just was trying to get a glimpse of what went on, and I came to the second page, so July of 1799, I'm kind of looking, and I noticed David Thompson. And I thought, wow, that's one of my relatives. It's actually a great uncle of mine. So I've attached it to his name. It gives proof that he was living in Barren County in 1799. Ordered that William Rotten be appointed commissioner or something in the county. He having made oath, and together with David Thompson and David somebody, his securities, entered into the bonds and personally dollars conditioned as the, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure. So mostly it just gives proof that my David Thompson was there, and if you have William Rotten or David Disham, something like that. These two gave money for a bond for William Rotten. So these are hard to look through. They're hard to read. You almost have to go page by page. And you're probably not going to be as lucky as me to find somebody on the second page. But we're just going to look at a few more of these different pages. So this is Dudley Roundtree. What you're looking for on these is just names. And then if you find somebody that is your name, your name, you can look and see what it is. This is John Cole Stockmark. And here's John W. Murray. So let's see if we can, here's one, just look, it says, on motion of John Burke, something granted him to have a tavern at his home. So if they wanted to set up a tavern, a bar in their home, probably like a hotel where they could come, people could come and drink, but people could also, a little restaurant, they could come get something to eat and probably stay there. So he was setting that up in his home and got it set up with the county. Let's look at this one. John Mulkey is granted something to solemnize rights of marriage. So here's something for a marriage. United. Hard to read. Anyways. So you're going to find all kinds of different records in here. So these ones at the front were really hard. And I'm going to go to image 84. These are a little bit easier to read. But remember, this is the image 84, but this is page 65. And this is page 64. And this is January Court of 1801. So let's look at a few of these. Ordered that the clerk bind Allen Woodridge, an orphan, to James H. Rice to learn the trade, art of, and mastery of blacksmith. He be of the age according to law. So this looks like Alexander Woodridge is an orphan. So if you have an Alexander Woodridge, he's of age to become a blacksmith, start learning the trade of a blacksmith, become an apprentice. He's going to be working under James H. Rice. So that would tell you that Alexander's, at least his father, has died. When they become an orphan, it doesn't always mean their mother has died. They call him an orphan because their father has died, but it may be that both of his parents have died. Okay, let's look at another one. On motion of Thomas Murray, it is ordered that liberty to grant him a certificate of 200 acres of land. I saw a lot of these. Now, his land certificate was number 1930, which is ordered to be certified. All but William Rennick, John. So these are the people that are certifying it. I need to learn more about this, but somehow they got a land patent of some kind. They have this number, and he is getting 200 acres. And it says in the Thomas something. So I really don't know much about that, but he's getting 200 acres in Barren County. And this is 1801. Here's another one, Samuel B. Coker. Or that liberty be granted him to remove a certificate number, and they don't give the number, but this is 170 acres for 200 acres in the name of Isaac Woolard, and the same be certified. So it looks like he is getting some of the land of Isaac Woolard, 175 acres. They don't know the number. It looks like he had the certificate for it. Anyways, the main thing on these is these names that you're seeing here. It shows that, like, Samuel B. Coker moved to Barren County about 1801. So if you have Cokers that you're looking for, or Isaac Woolard, there's information that they existed here. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to read these quickly. Survey, okay, this one is a survey of the road from the mouth of Punching Camp to where it intersects the other road near the Cannery Fork of Peters Creek. So they're having a road. This is a road survey. So I just noticed that. These are tell you kind of over here what it is. And sometimes they tell you who's going to do it. This one looks like Ephraim Drake is appointed to do it. Here's another survey road. And I see a name, George Harlan. So you don't have to read everything. You're just looking. Here's Moses Dooley. I think that was the name we saw at the first page. You're looking for these names, and it's proof that they live there. You're not going to find a lot. Robert Stockton, now that is one of my family names. I have to look more into this. And a William Logan. Ministers. So on motion of Robert Stockton, Sr., who produced a certificate and certificate of his being in regular commission with the Baptist Church, took the oath of state, and Lord that William Logan, his security behind, granted him to celebrate the rites of marriage agreeable to law. So I don't know if he got married or if he was given the right to marry other people, and I think that might be what it is. I've got that written down. I'm going to have to look that one back up. So I haven't looked at all of these. And I can't read this one. Something was granted, administrator of the estate of Edward Chapman. Okay, so here is Edward Chapman is deceased, and William Chapman is his administrator. So together with Robert Byrd and John Franklin Jr. So that would have to do with somebody who's passed away and who the administrator is. Okay, let's just look at a few more. Here's another road one. We'll go to the next page. I just want to give you an idea, and we'll go back and look at some other later ones. Here's a survey of the road. I don't know what that is. Patriot ordered that Daniel Fair, Henrik Burdick, and Joe Newell be appointed as patrols for the county. So maybe that was like a policeman. Okay. It's just, I'm fascinated with some of these records, what you might find. Here's another road one. Okay, here's the appraisal of an estate. So they're telling somebody there's an estate that needs to be appraised, that find the value of it. John Murphy, John Byrd, John Jimson, and John Butler. Let's see who they're, the estate of Edward Chapman, so that's deceased. That was the person we saw on the page before. So there's going to be an appraisal of his inventory, and they will probably post that in some of these court records. So that if that was your family, that would be something you would be looking for. They will come back giving the appraisal of that estate. Okay, I think that kind of gives you an idea. Here's a deed. Sorry, I look at that. Acknowledge, said Franklin, and ordered to be read. Anyways, he's got a deed from Joe Franklin to George Fletcher, and they're putting that in the records. Okay. Anyways. I could go on and on, but I don't want to make this too long. So let's go back, and I'm going to pick the latest one, and let's see what we find in those. Okay, again, no, I don't see an index. Okay, but up here they have it a little bit more, they've got this typed up, and they put in, so this is July 28th, to day of July 1894. 1890. Barren County. Okay, they don't do as good to put the information over here what it is you're looking at. So Henry Coombs, jailer of Barren County, ordered Land Reed. You know what? Something I haven't done for a while. There's tools, so adjust the image. Let's see if this helps us at all. Okay, just gives you an idea with the contrast. see if we go brighter. We don't. Brighter makes it harder to read. That makes it a little bit better, and we'll say apply. Okay. Something jailer of the said court chamber and Reed Cook. Discharge of his duties. So I guess he's not having to do the jail duty. I don't know. Okay. The matter of John S. Bryant. It is ordered that he be, and he is hereby appointed constable in the district. So we know that J.S. Bryant was a constable. Okay. Here's Samuel Pierce produced to court a certificate signed by D.C. Grimald sharing his mobility to perform manual labor thereof, and is ordered that said Pierce be hereby released from work on the roads. Okay. He must have been assigned to work on a road and is being released from that. Okay. Delinquent list. On taxes, it looks like. Number 9, number 10. Assessment of railroad tax. With his deputies. So again, we have names. It tells you mostly that they were there. Maybe it's something that they had to do. Let's go to another page. Whereas I see this Mary Jane Carr, April 1888, in this something J.W. was appraised, applied, something, appointed guardian for Mary Jane Carr. Okay. And qualified as said, and whereon praising the said faction of the court named is in reality Cynthia Ellen Carr, and by mistake Mary Jane Carr. Anyways, there's something to do with a guardianship. It looks like maybe she was named Cynthia Ellen Carr previously, but it was a mistake. Her name's Mary Jane Carr. Appointed guardian of Cynthia Ellen. So into a car place. Anyways, this has to do with the guardianship of a car. Here's the settlement was this day. So a settlement on an account. Administrator of, this is who it is, Settle, who is deceased, and this Bradford is the administrator of Fanny Settle. I think that's Fanny. And then there's quite a few of them. So they're saying they must have received, people came in and settled accounts. Here's Woodward Greer, executor of W.H. Greer, John and P.S. Edwards for C.P. Edmonds, maybe it's Edmonds. And here's Ellis for George B. Ellis. So these are, if you have some of these names, these are probably children of these people here. There's number J.H. Beals, executor of John C. Smith. So that's probably a son-in-law. Elijah Dickey, guardian for, can't read that one. Something H, don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to give you an idea of what court orders records are. If you can get in, they're not probably going to be indexed, and it's a lot of work to go through them. But if you enjoy just looking through there, if you know that your family lives somewhere at a certain period of time, you want proof that they were there, you could take the time to go through these court order books. They're kind of interesting, at least to me. Anyways, have fun searching for these type of records. They may be called something else, maybe records of the court. It could be just court counsel. I don't know, but you have to look to see the different types of court records and see if you can find something like this. Happy hunting!